What's up guys, Maniacs here, and welcome to War. Now this game came out a couple of days ago on GameJolt, and I wanted to play it because the developer and actually developer's friend asked me to play this game for him. Now, one thing I want to point out is this game is supposed to have some content like some graphic scenes or stabbing and stuff like that. So obviously you guys probably really aren't bothered by that, mainly because you've watched me play Alien Isolation and you've seen some pretty bad stuff. But anyway, I don't know exactly what this game is going to entitle, so just giving you guys a heads up, plus you can see it on the screen now. Another thing I want to point out is this game is made by the same guy that did Silence and Silence the Awakening, ProDude Films. Now, one thing I wanted to point out is I want to ask him a question, or unless I'm completely talking out of my ass, but it is made by the same developer on GameJolt. And the thing that kind of weirded me out about this game was he actually asked me to play this game originally from a separate YouTube account. ProDude, if this is your game, I don't know exactly if it is or if you just have multiple people that upload to the same developer page on GameJolt. If this is your game, I don't understand why you asked me to play it via a separate like YouTube account in a comment. I have no problem with you asking me, but I'm curious as to why you asked me with a separate username. And I don't know if everybody's aware, but on one of my videos, on the last Silence game I did, or the video I did for that, there was somebody, another commenter that's like, hey, I really wish you would stop playing these games, they kind of suck, or they're, you know, they seem like they're really shortly made. And yes, I'll absolutely admit that Silence and Silence the Awakening weren't the best games ever. And it's not, I'm not saying that in a bad manner. They weren't the best games, and yeah, they were a little rough, but it's not, that's not the point as to why I play indie games. Like, I don't play them just to be a bad game. I'm not saying every indie game is going to be amazing. Not every indie game will be. These are games that are just regular people. Like, if I decided to make my own game, I mean, the people that make these are just regular people that decide to take the time to build a world, to build a game, to build the mechanics and everything for it. And if the game doesn't come out amazing at the end, that's not their problem. That's not their fault. I mean, especially if it's like one of their first games, because they're still learning, and this is the best that people can put. I mean, they take their time, they put their heart and soul into a game, and as long as you can say, yes, I did the best they could on this game, I'll be more than happy to play your game. If the game isn't great, that's not what I'm playing these games for. I like playing indie games because you can tell the amount of time that's been put into these games, and I want to bring these games to the masses of people. You don't hear about a lot of these smaller indie games that come out because they never get published, or they don't get, you know, unless they get greenlit on Steam, a lot of them don't even come to light. You never even know about it unless you actually found the game on GameJolt, or if you saw somebody's YouTube page. That's why I love playing indie games, because there's always a variety of games out there to play, and I love to give these people credit for stuff that they created, because I'll be the first one to admit, I have no talent when it comes to creating anything. I can't play instruments. Literally, the only talent I have is playing video games, which I don't even play them well. That's literally the only thing I've ever been good at pretty much in my entire life. I can't play an instrument as much as I would love to learn how to play the piano. I can't do anything like that. I was never good at sports. I mean, all I really do is I watch anime, I watch YouTube, I record and edit videos, and I play video games. That's pretty much the 5 things that make up my entire life. I know that sounds lame, but I love doing that stuff, and I have no problem doing it. And that's why I love playing indie games. So, my question to you, ProDude, if you are the one that made this game, or if there's a group of you that make these and put them up under Sizzle Studios on GameJolt, don't ever comment on one of my videos with a separate page. I want you to comment with your main YouTube page. I do not want you to go and create a separate YouTube page just so you can comment on my videos, so somebody doesn't say, oh, don't play this game because it's made by the same guy. Please, everybody, stay true to who you are. If somebody says that, oh, I don't like your game, I think your game sucks, it's a piece of shit, I wish he had never done the video on it, do not take that to heart. I hate to say it, I know I say this is your YouTube channel, like, this is your guys' channel, I make these game videos for you, but I'm the one that chooses the games. And I want to play people's indie games. Even if the indie game sucks, I'll gladly admit it. Even if it's a bad indie game. If it's a cool, interesting game, and if the developer asks me, I'm going to play it because I want to show these games off. I mean, these people that put their time and their soul into making these games, I'm not just going to not play it because it's a bad game. I'm not. Like, if you guys ask me to play a game, I'll play it. I want to check them out. I want to bring these games to light, even if the game's bad. I still want to play it. So please, This goes for everybody. If you ever get put down as a comment, first of all, I got rid of that. I didn't get rid of the comment, but I actually, I went ahead and said, dude, you don't gotta be a jerk. If somebody took the time to build a game and they built it and asked me to play it, I want to check it out, even if the game's bad. If I can play the game, point stuff out, give you ideas on how to improve on the game, that way the next game you create is better, I want to do that. I love doing that. I like analyzing games and playing them. So that's why I decide to play these games. So please, this goes for everybody. I'm not trying to put you down, bro. I'm really not. What I'm saying is, don't make a separate YouTube page to comment on a video to ask me to play one of your games just because somebody was being, being kind of rude in another comment towards you. Please, don't do that. Everybody, stay true to yourself. If you create something and you like it and you can sit back at the end of the day and say, yes, that was the best that I could do, that's what I want to see. If you enjoy something and somebody else puts you down for it because they think it's girly, they think it's weird, they think it's not cool, ignore them. Ignore them. I'll be the first one to admit that I listen to music that other people would think is weird. I'll be the first to admit that I watch TV shows that other people would think are weird. Everybody's strange. What's the fun in being normal? Everybody should be unique to themselves. I'm not saying go out and start, I'm not saying people who murder people are like people like that because they think it's right. That's weird. But if you enjoy something, don't let somebody put you down for it. And I cannot stand people that do that. When I was younger, I was picked on as a kid. I was always slightly bigger than kids, and people will always try to put me down. But you know what? One day I woke up and I was like, fuck those people. I don't care anymore. So every time somebody would point and laugh, or they would, I was always the kid that was in the back of the room, headphones on or whatnot, or doing my work. I got great grades in school. I just went home, did my stuff, did my homework, all that. I was technically a good kid. I didn't really grow up with a lot of people around me, so I was kind of independent my entire life. So I never really had a whole lot of friends growing up. But the few friends that I did, I love to entertain them, and that's why I like doing videos and stuff like that. I like entertaining people. I like making them laugh, like making them scared, because I get freaked out too. So I put others ahead of me. So if I see somebody pointing somebody out or picking on somebody, that stuff drives me insane, because it's not cool. Everybody's entitled to what they like in this world, and if anybody puts you down for it, you can either just ignore them and just walk away. That's your best solution, because sometimes that person might fight back. If you say, oh, well, I don't care what you think, they might make it worse. But you know what, your best solution to that, if somebody thinks something's weird, is just smile and wave. The best thing, because that's just going to piss them off even more. Well, they're not taking my threats, or they're not taking what I'm saying seriously. They're not getting mad, so then that makes me angry. Me angry that you not mad at me. Just smile and wave, because that's what I learned to do. I'm not a crazy, well, I mean, I'm kind of weird, but I'm not a crazy person. And, I was picked on as a kid. So let's actually start the game. I know I've kind of rambled on, but what I'm trying to get at is, if you create something, if you put a comment up, if you do something like that, please stay true to yourself. If somebody doesn't like your game, if I play a game that you make and somebody doesn't like it and they berate you in the comments, first of all, I'm going to stand up for you in every way, shape, or form. Secondly, don't make something else, don't make another page or something like that just to comment and ask me to play one of your games again. I'm still going to find your game on GameJolt, and it's still going to be under the same studio. Please, everybody, if you make a game and if the game's bad, and you make another game but you don't want to post it as that person, do it. Please, because you can only get better when it comes to making more content. Like, my first original videos sucked, and I'm not saying my videos now are really much better, but they are definitely better than my original ones. My original ones had bad lighting and all that stuff, and my recording was bad. But stay true to yourself. So don't ever hide yourself behind another username or behind another mask just because somebody was mean about something they said about you or said about your game. Please stay true to yourself. I will back you up as long as you don't, make it obvious that you're being a jerk to somebody else. I will gladly back you up in the comments. I will gladly back you up in any way that I can. I was always the kid that would stop fights. I never really wanted to start them unless somebody was picking on one of my kids.
Prepare to launch. Many years ago. Our mission was to stop it. But if we knew what horrors that would bring us, we wouldn't have gone in the first place.
So this is the same guy that made Silent the Awakening.
It all started here. Second day.
Or at least the same voice actor. Much better, by the way, dude. You did a good job with that. Your audio, okay, first admit, this isn't amazing looking, but you know what? He put his time into it. He made the game. He did the best that he could. There's nothing wrong with that. And he actually took some time. He hasn't actually done anything else, at least as far as I know, since the last Silent The Awakening, which was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I know that might not be as much as some other people would take on a game, but take your time, make a game, enjoy it, if you could stand back at the end of the day and say, yes, okay, wow, that guy's getting, oh, where's he going? I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea what the fuck. Okay, why did he die?
You're awake. This...
Isn't that the same guy?
I got you out of there, but they caught up to us. We gotta find a way to get out of here.
Das Schwein töten!
What the hell is going on?
So, they captured me. After the crash.
Okay.
Once they left, I took one of their knives, and I had to get out of there without them noticing me.
Okay.
And I had to do it quick.
I'm in Russia. I know that. Oh, wow. Okay. So the mouse is still kind of not locked to the screen. So yeah, not every, like I said, not every indie game is going to be great, amazing. They're going to be rough, but there's nothing wrong with that. If you can sit back at the end of the day and say, yes, I did the best that I could on this game, that's all that I ask for. So I know I rambled on for like 10 minutes at the beginning, but I'm not trying to put anybody down. I'm not trying to say that, but it irritated me that somebody felt that they had to hide themselves in another username because of like another comment or something like that. Stay true to yourself, please. That's all I ask from any viewer or any subscriber in my channel. Stay true to yourself. Stay true to your opinions. Don't let somebody sway you away from something that you enjoy. Okay? That's all I ask from you guys. And let me know, if you guys, hopefully you guys agree with me as well. And if people watch this and they don't like what I said, I'm sorry. But that's how I feel. I don't want somebody to have to hide themselves or mask themselves or, hide behind something because they're afraid of what somebody's going to say. Stand up and, stay true to what you believe in life. That's all I ask from you guys. I don't want anybody to ever have to hide themselves behind another username or something else because somebody was being a jerk to them. I hate that shit. Alright, so I'm in Russia. We were on a helicopter that crashed, and then somebody broke me out and killed this guy who's still just standing here. And I heard Russian, so I'm curious if he's got... I think that was Russian. I'm not sure. I'm curious if he can speak Russian. That's kind of cool. Alright, so... Hi.
So, they captured me.
Did I die?
After the crash.
I died.
I walked for many miles until I found some American soldiers. They picked me up, brought me to base, gave me a gun. We were back off to the mission. If only we knew it would get 10 times worse once we got to our city.
Oh, so I was just supposed to walk straight.
Man, this place is gone. The place has been deserted for years. Until now, enemies are crawling everywhere, I bet. Yep, remember to use that pistol of yours.
This actually doesn't look that bad. Compared to his other 2 games, or the other 2 games that I played by him. Okay, the helicopter's kind of parked inside of a tree. Alright, we'll let that slide.
Okay, so the reason we're here is because there should be some data about the missile launch somewhere in the city.
And I don't have a head. Guys, I don't have a head. I didn't survive the crash.
Make sure to take them out quickly.
I didn't survive the crash, guys. I'm sorry to tell you. I don't have a head. And my character doesn't have a motion for walking. Oh well. And I'm just kind of holding the gun that's floating in my hand. And that gun is really big. That gun is really big. But he's got motion and everything. In the other games that he had, none of the characters actually moved. I don't think so. At least, I think maybe in Silence of the Awakening at the end when the character moved in front of me when the creature was supposed to be in front of me instead, because I kind of fucked that ending part up in Silence of the Awakening. At the end when we were in the escape pod, I think he was the only one that actually ever moved. So, apparently I'm supposed to be finding some data? The story's not bad. I mean, it's kind of cliche. Helicopter goes down, I get captured, somehow I escape. And then I managed to find my way back to another base, and now I'm trying to find some data for something for a Russian missile launch, which I'm guessing is some type of nuclear launch. But I don't know what, why...
Crossing the water.
What? Huh? See, he has motion in his shadow. I don't have any motion in my shadow. I got no motion in my shadow. It's just me highlighting or walking. The water particles look good too. I do have this on the highest settings, by the way. I'm sure you guys can tell. I always play in the highest settings. Another thing is I actually... Oh, who the fuck is that? Do I need to kill him? Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? I don't...
Across the water. Take him down.
I can't actually aim up. Okay.
Hey, it's the wrong one. Let's search one of the buildings. Find anything? Negative.
Kind of confused.
They got to one of our choppers. Run!
They got to our chopper? How did they get to our... Well, we
Gotta jump!
just kind of left the chopper sitting there. Okay, we jumped out of a building. Where the hell are we going? Oh, did I land in water? Okay. Wow, actually, that's a really pretty atmosphere right there.
Oh, God.
I hate to say it, but that's probably the best rendered thing you've had in all your games, man. I'm not trying to berate you on that, but that actually looks really good. Like, I know it's just a standard painted background, and the water's got some effects and whatnot, which the water effects are actually pretty good right here. This is actually really nice. I like that. That was a good job on that part. I know I'm kind of pointing it at. What the fuck is that? At least I have some motion now when I walk. What happened to the other guy? Is that the missile? How the hell did I end up here? Did I float away? I don't see the buildings anymore, so I must have...
I washed up at the launch site. I gotta stop it. No.
Wow, that was dramatic. You would be dead. You would absolutely be dead. A missile just went off.
No.
What the
Get away from me. Get away.
What the fuck is going on? Am I getting captured again? Why am I upside down? I'm upside down. Alright, I would be dead. A missile just went off 6 feet from me. Your character would be gone. I'm confused. I am confused. I am very confused. And I'm sure you guys are too. So let me try and break down what I can kind of wrap around my head here. So I was originally on a mission to Russia to find some intel. The helicopter crash that I was in, and I was captured. I'm guessing the other guy that was with me died. Somehow I managed to escape, even though there was a character standing over me, so there was somebody else that came in, stabbed the guys. He ran away, or he was the one that was laying there dead. I don't know, because it didn't actually leave or anything like that. So, once I got out of there, and I didn't have to actually walk around that complex, I was actually just supposed to walk out and then walk straight, without getting caught, which all you had to do was to not walk right next to him like I did. I walked into the guy 4 times. Once I actually left and got to the next part, I was on another helicopter with another dude, and then we landed and we were in Russia. So then we walked through some, I guess we were trying to find a certain area. We were trying to find the control area for the missile launch, which makes sense. I'll give you that. And then suddenly I killed that guy, which I couldn't actually move my gun. It was literally, I could zoom in, but I couldn't move my gun up or down, so I just fired, and I'm glad that I actually killed the guy. And then we didn't find the intel that we needed, so then a helicopter, which I think the character said, oh no, they stole our helicopter, which that would be technically our fault because we just left the damn thing sitting there. They stole our helicopter and came after us with it, so then we jumped off of a building into the water, and we floated downstream, or floated upstream, I don't know exactly, it would have been, why did I say upstream? Floated downstream, and we landed, my character landed near the launch site. I don't know what happened to the other guy. The missile went off, took off, heading God knows where. I think that's what the intel was actually going to show, is where it was going. The missile took off 6 feet from me, somehow didn't incinerate my face, and then I was captured, and then that's how the game ended. So I think I just broke the game down as to where it goes. I don't know if this is the entire game or if this is just chapter 1, but okay. Like I said before, this is the same guy that did Silent the Awakening and Silent. It's Sizzle Studios on Game Jolt, and yes, I understand that his games aren't the best, but guess what? He put his time into making the game. He took the time to make it. He did the best that he could. He's one guy, and it's not bad. It's better than anything I could make, because I have no idea how to make a game. Literally no idea. He's getting better. In his first game, there was hardly any emotion, there was hardly anything, and the voice acting it's still just him, which is understandable. Like, I do voice acting for characters when I read dialogue and stuff in a game, and I don't have a whole lot of repertoire when it comes to voices. I'm not great when it comes to that. I don't have a huge vocal point. So he's doing the best that he can with that, which is understandable. I guarantee you that if you actually went out, or if you asked people, hey, would you like to do some dialogue for my games, ask your friends. It literally would help to just have at least a couple variations, even if it's just a couple different people. Ask your friends. I guarantee, unless it was you, there was one of your friends that actually asked me to play your game, and ask him if he'll do some voice acting for you. Even if you just get a couple of people doing the best they can with different voices, ask them. It would definitely help, because you can, like, your repertoire, I'm sorry, isn't the best when it comes to that, but neither is mine. So, you know, there's no harm in that. Not everybody can do a bunch of different voices. There's a lot of talent when it comes to doing different voices, high pitch, stuff like that. So it wasn't bad. He's improving in all of his games. This one actually had motion. The audio was a lot better on the characters. The story was still really weird. I actually understood the other Silent games better than this one, but this game looked better too. You actually had more things on the screen at once. You had better variants. The capture center, like the building in the middle of the ravine, there wasn't a whole lot there, but once you actually got into the game, got to the town and everything, the buildings and everything, there was trees, water, everything looked pretty decent. My character still didn't have a head, and he didn't have any motion with his shadow, not a big deal, but the actual other guy that was with me had motion and everything. So you're starting to get the hang of it. I'm giving you that. Next game that you're gonna make, I still want you to make the third chapter to Silent. Don't not make that, but I want you to take your time with it. Please, take your time with it. Ask one of your friends to play it first, or, you know, ask one of your friends to play it first, privately. Don't have him make a video or anything like that. Make the game privately, or let him play it first, let him point stuff out so you can go back in and fix it. I want you to take your time with the next game that you make. I want you to release Silent Chapter 3. I want to know what happens. I'm still kind of curious as to what happens to your character. I want you to release it, but I want you to take your time. I know it's been a couple weeks, but you worked on this, so I'm guessing you probably didn't work a whole lot on that one. Take your time, make the game the best you can, have somebody else play it, beta test it, I guess you could say, for you, have them point stuff out to you. Make sure you tell them to actually be critical, like I would. I point stuff out. When I point stuff out like that, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm trying to give you pointers on how to make the game better. Have him give you wholehearted truth, the feedback on the game, and then take what he says and improve on it. Fix the game up, make it better. Now, to everybody else, I'm sure some of you were probably a little weirded by this episode. Granted, it was more 20 minutes of me talking and then only 10-15 minutes of gameplay. I'm sorry for that, but the fact that he hid himself behind another username kind of irritated me. I don't want anybody to ever have to do that. Be yourself, okay? I'm not on here I don't want people to fight on my channel. I don't want people to say, no, you're wrong, you're wrong. I don't want that. You guys come here to watch videos to hopefully be entertained. Hopefully I can make you laugh and stuff. I don't want people to get into a competition or be mean or other that to other people. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to entertain you guys. So anyway, I apologize for the lot of talking in this one. Dude, you did not a bad job, but please don't hide yourself behind another username. Now, if by chance that is actually another person, like you're another friend of his or you're somebody else that helps him with the games, let him know what I said. And I'm sure he's going to actually watch this. But if this was a different person and basically everything I said was wrong, I'm sorry, but I don't know, that just kind of bugged me, and I didn't want to put it out in the comment because not everybody would hear it. I want everybody to hear this. This goes for everybody. Don't hide yourself. Don't hide who you are. Enjoy what you like in life because you never know, you know, I could wake up tomorrow and get into a car accident. You never know what's going to happen in life. You can't see the future. You can't do anything with that. So enjoy it while you got it. Enjoy what you got. Enjoy your time that you have in the world. And, you know, I don't know. I really got nothing really else to say. Just the fact that I don't want people to hide themselves because of something that they enjoy, something they like. And, you know, this goes for everybody. If you enjoy something, you know, I'm not saying you have to go out and start telling other people that they're wrong because you enjoy something that they don't. But if you enjoy something, even if you want to be the neutral party, just don't say anything to anybody. You know, you don't have to tell people that you enjoy something if you're worried about them being mad at you, but don't hide yourself from it. So anyway, I'm sorry for a lot of talking in this game, but that kind of bugged me. I wanted everybody to hear the message for this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this game. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great, and I'm sure he and everybody else that's seen the other games of it know it, and I'll be the first to admit it. It's a little rough, but he's getting better on his games. This is the third game I played from him. He's getting better, and I want to see him improve more. You know, I want to help people make better games, you know, as far as they can go. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoy this. Tomorrow morning, what I'm probably going to play is the next chapter for My Soul, if it's out yet. I'm pretty sure chapter 1 was released this week, and you guys seem to like it when I played that last weekend. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit this, upload it, and then I'll probably record that tonight, and then edit it, and then I'll render it, and I'll go to bed, and then tomorrow morning I'll upload it while I leave. I apologize for the aliens going up so late. I actually had that pretty much edited this morning, but I left to go do something. I had plans for today, and it was rendering while I was gone, so that's why it went up so late, because I didn't actually get to upload it until I got home at like 4 o'clock. So I immediately uploaded it, and I actually had to leave again to go to dinner, so that's why it went up originally without the the thumbnails at the end for the annotations for the thumbnails at the end. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed that episode. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Take to heart what I said. And this goes for everybody, not just UPro or anybody else or Sizzle Studios. It doesn't go just towards them. This goes to everybody. Be who you are. So, I mean, that's what I have to do. I'm a weird fat kid from Maine who likes to make videos and entertain people when there's thousands of other people that like to do it, and I'm doing it for the fun. And I like doing it. It's fun. If something comes out of it, amazing. If not, at least I can entertain people. So anyway, that's all the time I got for today, guys. Take to heart what I said. Please don't ever be a fake person just to impress somebody, or to impress me. You don't have to do it to impress me, believe me. Everybody, we're only humans, so there's nothing we can do about it. So everybody's got what they like and what they dislike. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. If you don't like the fact that I talked a lot in this episode, about that stuff, I'm sorry, but I just thought it was something that needed to be said. It's not something that I should have to say, but I want you guys to hear it. I'm here, to entertain you guys. I'm here for you. If you guys ever have questions, or if you ever want to just email me or whatnot, feel free to. You can always send me a post or send me a direct message on Twitter or something like that. Whatever. Actually, I don't know if you can because I don't follow a lot of people. But anyway, that's all the time I got for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. So thank you everybody so much for watching. Let me know what you think of this game in the comments section below. Check out some of the other videos that I've done, and I will see you guys next time. Maniacs out. Why don't you go play outside? I'm sure you're fat. That's not very nice, even though it's true. Because you prefer harassing people than to play outside. Is that the girl that I found in the basement? Why is she up here, and why is she crying, and why does she